Welcome to AAG's first ever virtual meeting. My name is Gary Langham, the new Executive Director at AAG. I'm so pleased with our community and staff for rising to the occasion and fully embracing a virtual platform. We now have more than 175 virtual sessions, including a breaking theme on COVID-19. Many thanks to President Dave Kaplan, the Council and staff, Oscar Larson and Elin Thorland, and the many others who worked to make this possible. Canceling the in-person meeting in Denver was, of course, heartbreaking. Our annual meeting is a highlight of the year for geographers around the world, a chance to see colleagues, to meet new friends, and to share new research. And of course, it's time spent together. AAG has only canceled 2 meetings in its long history, once in World War I and again at the start of World War II. Clearly, we're living in unprecedented times. And yet, as ever, geography is at the forefront of understanding the crisis. Let me share 3 examples from geographers around the world. First, Cleo Andrus at the Friendly Cities Lab at Georgia Tech mapped how our movements connect us. She looked at 4 million commuters moving through 5,500 neighborhoods in Georgia, and her research shows how urban design influences commuting patterns and thus rates of transmission across the region. Second, William Mosley of Macalester College participated in a United Nations-sponsored effort to understand global food security issues. His recent op-ed talked about emergency food security in Africa due to the pandemic. Third, David Garcia worked with a geospatial collective that he founded, the Ministry of Mapping, based in the Philippines. He crowdsourced the location, treatment capacity, and equipment needs of health facilities. He also worked with a clinical psychologist to provide emotional support to the mappers as they examine this very painful data. And these are just a few of the many geographers working on COVID-19. I hope you'll be able to attend the special session this week. A crisis like this changes the world and brings a lot of uncertainty. But I want to be clear, the AAG is strong and looking to the future. We are strong in our values, and geography is critical to understanding the world today and always. Our membership numbers are stable. This year alone, 28 people hit their 50-year membership mark. We're also strong in our financials. Our deep reserves were down just 8%, even as the stock market plummeted to historic lows. All this means we can weather the crisis and still seek the best to provide the best-in-class member services. Recently, we finalized a 3-year strategic plan, bridging our long-term goals with our near-term staff priorities. The plan focuses on 3 areas: supporting the discipline of geography, strengthening our society, and delivering member services. For example, we will rebuild our membership database and then build an entirely new website. And all this will help us better serve you and connect us better to each other. Look for more details about this in the coming months. I also want to tell you about AAG for All. This is my personal commitment to members and speaks directly to our values. As I'm sure you'll agree, every member deserves to have their voice heard. They must feel free to discuss academic and professional issues with each other, and they should expect professionalism in the workplace, in the classroom, and at our meetings. AAG released a new code of conduct to define these things clearly, and this week we will also vote to expand our bylaws and to extend these rules beyond the meeting to include our professional conduct year-round. In the end, I know we will be stronger for it as a society and as professionals. As we work together to build the culture that every geographer deserves, I ask for your cooperation and patience. As a process of continual improvement, our work in many ways will never be done. Instead, we will improve our code of conduct and procedures in a transparent and ongoing manner. Lastly, let me say this. A virtual meeting can never replace all the benefits of an in-person meeting, but it does have great value. In fact, one reason AAG was able to pivot so quickly was that we'd already been working on robust virtual options. Carbon emissions are, of course, a downside of traditional meetings, and virtual helps solve this. So we'd been planning options from the start. Virtual options can scale up, can be recorded, and offer new possibilities for participation. As each of us gets accustomed to virtual meetings, new ways of connecting with each other will emerge. I can only guess what features we'll have once 5G networks are fully in place. And I see a future with hybrid meetings, both in person and virtual. a way to increase inclusion, to expand our membership, and accelerate the sharing of ideas and research findings. AAG will continue to be a leader in this area, and to do that, we need your help. This week, we explore the potential of virtual meetings, and we learn from each other. We welcome and need your feedback. Thank you for participating. Enjoy the meeting.